Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Writing Campaign for Social Justice Issues project. My name is Jacob Greenblatt. I'm a member of Temple Bethel and the Senior Legislative Assistant at the Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism. I am so sorry for all of the technical difficulties with Zoom this morning, but I hope that this video will help guide you through our project and give you a sense of what we'd be doing if we were together. So as I said, I'm the legislative assistant at the Religious Action Center. The Religious Action Center of Reform Judaism is the policy and legislative office of the Reform Jewish movement. We're based in Washington, D.C., and we work on all sorts of social justice and policy issues from LGBTQ equality to immigration and refugees, to the environment, to gun violence prevention, to Israel and anti-Semitism. Over 70 different issues. And all of our work is informed by Jewish values and by the Reform movement's positions, and is entirely nonpartisan. So what we'll be doing today is writing letters to Congress on a variety of social justice topics, a mix of priorities identified by Temple Bethel, as well as priorities identified by the RAC as being really important at the national level right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and walk you through how to do this. So what you'll do is you'll open up an internet browser. You'll go to the Mitzvah Day homepage right here. You'll scroll down towards this middle section, click on Letter Writing Campaign on Social Justice Issues to pull up this part at the bottom. What we've prepared for you is a list of action alerts, pre-written letters that you can fill out online and send to a member of Congress. So you'll click here for that list. It'll pull up this PDF. We have here a bunch of different hyperlinks to online action alerts split up by issue. We have COVID-19, the environment, immigrant justice, reproductive rights, things like that. If none of these issues appeal to you, what you can do is visit the RAC Legislative Action Center right here to view our 9 priority asks, or click on the Advocacy and Activism page to view even more issues. So what you'll do is you'll click on one of these hyperlinks and it'll pull up a page that looks like this. We're going to do the one on the environment, telling Congress to help reduce emissions to net zero by 2050. And so what you'll see here is we're asking Congress to support the 100% Clean Economy Act in the House and the Clean Economy Act in the Senate. So we have a lot of different background information prepared by the RAC on the issue, talking about what the current state of the environment is, as well as what these bills would do. We then have Jewish values, because all of our work as the Religious Action Center and all of our work at Temple Bethel on social justice issues is informed by Jewish values and text and tradition. At the bottom of the page, there's this form where you fill out your name, your address, things like that. I won't do it here, I've already done it. And it'll automatically populate with this letter right here. That's addressed to your member of Congress in the House, as well as message 2 would be to my senators. And we have this pre-written template. It describes what the bill is, what the issue is, why the bill is important, gives a little bit of Jewish background right here. And either you can go ahead and click next message or submit to submit the letters, or you can personalize it. I really encourage you to take a few minutes to personalize it. Think about why this issue is important to you. So for example, are you a high school student who is really worried about growing up in a world where there's not going to be clean air and clean water? Or have you had a really fantastic trip out to one of the national parks and it really demonstrated to you why it's important that we keep our environment clean and safe? So take a few minutes, you can just type a paragraph or a few sentences right in here and personalize the letter to your liking. Again, hit next message or submit, and then you're good to go. That's really all we have to do for this part of the project. Again, I encourage you to do one or more of these action alerts, share it with a family member or friend. It's a really great way to make a difference from the comfort of your own home, especially during the pandemic. The last thing I want to bring your attention to is this part at the bottom where we have some upcoming webinars hosted by the RAC. The first one is this Tuesday, May 19th at 8 p.m. We're launching our Reform Movement Civic Engagement Campaign, where we are trying to mobilize our own voters within our congregations, mobilize student voters in high schools and college campuses across the country, and fight voter suppression at the national and the state level. We know that the COVID-19 pandemic has really underscored the need for good government and really underscored the importance of our elected officials. And this is a way to get involved over the next few months. The final 2 webinars are part of our Jewish Teen Activism in a Time of COVID series designed for high school students. This first one is focusing on civic engagement, voting rights, and digital organizing. And the second one is focusing on Jewish teen activism in a time of COVID, specifically the Supreme Court season highlights. So if you've liked what you've seen with the action alerts or with these webinars, I hope you'll get involved. Again, thanks so much for joining us for this project. Again, we're really sorry about the technical issues, but I hope that this video helps you get started. And thanks so much for being here. Bye-bye.